So mates, welcome back to another tutorial. If you are new here, you're welcome, and my name is Muna. And on today's video we're going to learn how to cut and sew this ruffle step-by-step skirt. If it's something you like, make sure you watch this video to the end. Let's get started. In making the skirts, these are the basic things you're going to use, and you don't really need much fabric. I'm using the fabric from my previous video. It's about 3 years, and the length of this fabric is about 21 inches. So if you watch my previous video where we learn how to cut and sew a bubble skirt, you are going to recognize this fabric. So I'm making use of this remaining fabric, and I'm also making use of half yard of lining. First of all, we are going to work on our lining. So you want to get your lining piece. The length of my lining is about 12 inches, and I'm dividing that 12 inches into two, so I'm marking 6 inches all around. So the length of our normal skirt is 18, but your lining is going to be short, so you're going to cut 12 inches for your lining piece, and you're going to divide that 12 inches into two, and you're going to mark 6 inches all around like this, just as you see me doing. After making for one side, you're going to turn the lining again to the other side, and you're going to mark the same 6 inches all around. So you're going to have a straight line on the lining piece, just like this. As you can see, that's all for the lining piece. So next thing, we're going to work on our fabric. Making this ruffle skirt, you're going to need about 3 or more than 3 yards of fabric, and you're going to cut it in a rectangular shape. And after you've done that, you're going to fold them into 4, just as you see me doing like this. And after doing that, you're going to measure the length of your fabric. What I have there is about 20 inches. And remember that the length of our skirt is 18 inches. So 18 inches in 3 places is about 6 inches each. So I'm just trying to just mark out 6 inches all around like this. Next, I'm going to also come down from that line, and I'm also going to mark out 6 inches, just as you see me doing like this. And after doing that, you're just going to cut it out like this. As you can see, in total we have about 3 pieces of fabric. Next thing, you're going to go towards the sewing machine to make a gather stitch all around. And this is how it looks like after I've gone ahead to make a gathers for the 3 piece of fabric. You can make yours 4 or 5 depending on you. So next thing, we're going to get our lining piece, and you're going to open it up just as you see me doing like this, and you're going to turn it towards the place where you mark out your straight line. After doing that, you're going to get one piece of your ruffle, and you're going to place it down like this. So next thing, you're going to sew it down on our sewing machine, making sure that one end meets the other end. And when joining, you're going to leave about 1 inch. We are going to, after 1 inch, you're going to make a straight stitch, meeting the other end. You're also going to leave about 1 inches. And this is how it looks like after I've gone ahead to sew one of the ruffle, as you can see. And like I said, you're going to leave 1 inch at the edge of the lining. Next thing, you're going to get another piece, and that will be for the down part. And for the down part, you're going to sew it just like this. You're going to place it upright like this, and at the end there, you're going to leave 1 inch, and after 1 inch, you're going to make a straight stitch, and at the other end, you're going to leave 1 inches. And this is how it should be looking. And after you've done that, this is how yours should be looking, and this is how the inside of yours should be looking also. And this is it. You see our ruffle skirt is coming out nicely. You can see how it is. See, we're going to gather our lining piece to our exact hip measurements because we're fixing an elastic. But if you're making for a zipper, you're going to gather it to your exact waist measurement. After you've gathered it, you're going to get the last piece of ruffle, and you're going to place it upwards like this, and you're going to make a straight stitch and let it be the exact measurement on the lining piece. How our ruffle skirt is looking, as you can see, it's coming out very nice and neat, and this is the inside of our skirt. You can see how neat it is, and we have about 3 steps on our ruffle skirt. Next thing, we are going to close the sides. Remember, we left about 1 inch before joining each piece of our ruffle to the lining. So we are going to sew down the lining piece separately before sewing down the break separately. So this is how yours should be looking. So you're going to get your lining piece like this. You're going to flip it over like this. You're going to put in the fabric piece inside, just as you see me doing like this. Next thing, you're going towards your sewing machine, going to make a straight stitch just like this. After you've done that, this is how yours should be looking. Next thing, you're going to flip it over towards the front like this, and we are going to sew down our fabric piece separately just like this. So you're going to take one piece of the ruffle and you're going to sew it down just as you see me doing like this. And you're going to sew another the other part just like this. You're going to also sew the last part like this. So you're going to sew the 3 parts separately. And this is how our skirt is looking. You can see our skirt is coming out nicely, and this is the inside of our skirt, and the inside is very neat. This is how yours should be looking. So as you can see that we separated the lining piece and also the fabric piece, but look closely, it seems as if they are together. So after joining separately, you're going to close it down just like this. I hope you understand. So this is all. Next thing, we're going to measure what we have there on the waistline for us to cut out a band and for us to fix our elastic on it. So I'm just trying to mark out what I have. I have about 39 inches there. And next thing, I'm going to cut a band of 39 inches. And for this band, I'm making use of this leftover fabric that I have, and I'm going to turn it into two like this. So after turning it into two, the width of this band is about 2.5. But if you have more fabric, you can cut a width of about 4 inches. That way you fold it, it is going to be 2 inches. So I'm just trying to just trim out the excess, just as you see me doing like this. And after doing that, you're going to measure the waist measurement you have on your ruffle skirts like this. So I have about 39, but yeah, I'm cutting out 40 inches. So you're going to cut your waist measurement, that is the hip measurement you have on your ruffle skirt. And you're going to add extra half inches, and that will be for our same allowance. And after you've done that, you go towards the sewing machine and make a straight stitch. And this is how it's looking. After I've gone ahead to make a straight stitch, I've also iron it. And for the elastic band, you're going to cut your exact waist measurement minus 3 inches, so it will have that tightening on your waist. So what I have here is about 29 inch. So after doing that, you're just going to fold it in, and you're going to sew in your elastic on your band just like this. And this is how it looks like after I've gone ahead to fix our elastic in our band. And next thing, you're going to determine the center of your band, that is where the joining of your band. I'm also going to determine the joining of your skirt. So you're going to place the joining facing each other, just like this. Next thing, you're just going to sew it round like this, and make sure when sewing you are drawing it out just like this. And this is how it looks like after we've joined our elastic band. You can also fix a zip if you don't have an elastic. Next thing, I'm just trying to just trim out the excess just like this. The next thing for us to do is that you're going to notice that there are excess threads showing out from the gather, so you're going to lose it out. And next thing, you're going to hem the down part of our ruffle skirts. If you don't have a weaving machine, you can as well hem it, or you can as well weave it. And that's basically all for today's tutorial. If you get to watch the video to this extent and you find this tutorial helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.